Hey everybody, welcome back to 14 Rings and NFC East podcast. I'm your host Lucas with Mal, Maurice, and Earl, and we are recording after Week 18. Guys, we got in through our third NFL regular season. Congratulations, everybody!
Wow, this one flew.
It did.
Yeah, it really
I did not feel like it was that long that we just started this, but end of the regular season, we're gonna review our preseason predictions, all that, see who got the closest to each record. Got the closest. So that being said, we're also gonna be talking about the matchups, but honestly, the matchups don't really matter at this point. We're talking more about the coaching changes that have been going on the last couple of days, mainly today, really, and the rumors and all that. And then we got our normal stuff. But that being said, let's go ahead to our preseason predictions. Final call back here, guys. Finally, we are just about there. So, for the Commanders, we had 2 losses, 2 wins. Maurice had the Eagles winning. Maurice had the Eagles losing, and me and Earl had the Commanders losing. So, interesting how that turned out. Yeah. That being said, Cowboys, I was the only one having them lose, and everybody else had them winning. That means everybody else had the Giants losing, and I had the hang on. That does not line up. Oh well, doesn't matter. Anyway, so season predictions. So Maurice, what was your team's final record?
My final record was 11-5.
11-5. You mean 12-5?
11-6.
11-6. 11-6. So Earl had the correct prediction at 11-6 for you guys. Everybody else had 12-5.
Close though. Close.
Yeah.
It should have been now.
Mal, what was your team's final record?
4-13, and I got it exactly right.
You got it exactly right. Maurice was the second closest, though.
And all y'all were like overshooting my team. You're like, Mal, don't be so pessimistic. And I'm like, guys, and look how it turned out.
Yeah, you were right.
So then the Cowboys, JT, what was the Cowboys' final record?
7-9-1.
Okay, so with 7-9-1, the closest one was me at 5-2.
Ooh.
5-2? You mean 5-12?
5-12. Sorry, 5-12. The second closest was Mao at 10-7.
Okay, it's just a prediction.
Yeah. What did I have him at?
11-6.
Okay.
And then for the Commanders, they are 5-12. I had them at 12-5, so that did not go right. It's a tie for JT and Mao at 8-9. So we were pretty off on that one.
Man, what was I thinking? I should have went with my.
You had them winning 12 games.
He did. Remember, we flamed him for it too.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember.
Look, that hopium was real. It was strong.
Look.
He was high.
Hey, they went to the championship game last year. I got it.
Something tutty. So he was high.
You know what? It is what it is. I'm over it. But let's get to the last final season matchup. Even though we're not really going to talk about the matchup here too much, guys. Right? It's going to be more about the stuff that happened after the game, right?
Oh, I'm definitely going to talk about what happened in the game, but it'll be.
Oh, I'm sure you are. But we're more focused on the coaching stuff. But go ahead, JT. Or no, Mal's the winner, so Mal gets to go first.
How would you like to go? You want me to go first? I can definitely.
You can go first, Earl. You can go first. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
Right.
He seems like he's ready to go. I'll let him have the floor.
Yes. Mal, GG's.
GG's, my friend. As always.
Yes, it was a fun matchup, and I saw my team out-tank your team, which was very interesting. I had a feeling
Before
that was
we continue,
gonna happen.
Did I not tell you Jerry was going to do that to me?
Oh, no. I think this was a shoddy call.
It might have been shoddy,
as
too.
well as a Kafka
I knew
call.
one of y'all was going to mess with something, and you did.
I'm throwing this with Kafka as well, because I never thought I would see the Cowboys out-tank the Giants. What were we thinking? But, hey, we get the 12th pick. It is what it is, and we just got to see where Green Bay lands for that second first-round pick. So, but other than that, the matchup, Dallas lost to the New York Giants, 34-17. The game, it felt meaningless. I think it was just more of a strong morale for the Cowboys just to leave off on a good note. But I'm glad that all they got was a tooth note, because the situation with my defense. I've been talking about it this entire season, and I'm just to the point now. Thank goodness the season is over. I'm angry in the inside. I'm not showing it now, but I'm really frustrated with how this season ended because I saw a high potential in what Dallas could do, but at the same time, front office just overstepping the head coach. It was what was the downfall. And even though that they owned up to it, now you're taking the heat from the fans and whatnot from it. So that's the bed you made, Jerry. That's the bed you made, Steven. That's the bed you made, Will. And I'm gonna throw some blame at Shotty as well because he should have put up more of a fight going in his first season. But hey, there's only so much you can do when you got front office just meddling in what you do. So hopefully there's a change going into next season. But with this game, I got a chance to see my run game do really well. Got a chance to see Jadon Blue as well as Phil Maffa get some touches. Not a bad game from the two. It's definitely a determination who's going to be running back 3 going into next season. More than likely, I believe Javonte Williams is coming back, maybe on a tag, maybe on a small extension. But I didn't see enough to be like, hey, they're going to be top running back. Hey, they'll be running back 2. More than likely, I think we get our running back in the draft. But that's nor here or there. But what went wrong in this game? Everything on the defense, except one player. Like I said last week, we have Trequezie Bridges, at corner, Reddy Stewart, who wasn't ready, and then my bland.
I'm sorry. That was
bland secondary. The safeties I'm just ready to clean house with the defense. I know who I want with my first round draft pick. I'm just done with Malik Hooker. I'm done with Donovan Wilson. I'm done with Trequezie Bridges. I'm done with Reddy Stewart. Deron Bland, got news on that. Deron Bland had his surgery, and I'm not sure how it went afterwards, but he said that he was planning on having it this week. So, speedy recovery, Deron Bland. I definitely know we need a corner because our one corner is playing with cheese, and the other corner is on the sideline. So, yeah, it was abysmal performance from the guys yet again. If I'm looking at it correctly, I think the Giants may have had over 500 yards all purpose in this game, which was just insane. And yeah, defense was a huge letdown as normal. I just wish they put up more of a fight. That's what went wrong. And the coaches as well, get them out too. But I'll get to that shortly. The thing that was good on the defense was actually Jadeveon Clowney. I know I talked about him last week, but this guy had the game of his life for a finale. He had 5 tackles, 1 assist, 3 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery. He did enough to help with his incentives to come back to Dallas. I hope we're able to retain him on a minimum deal. Hopefully it's not like a big deal, but something around the range for his age as well as his performance as well. I definitely believe he was one of the strong suits in this game. So credit to Jadeveon Clowney. Another thing that went good in this game was, as I said, the running backs just showcasing what they can do. Maybe they're the running backs of the future. Only time will tell with that. Jadon Blue, he had 16 carries for 64 yards. He averaged around 4 yards a clip. He had 1 touchdown, 1 for 27 yards. He's very elusive, but he had to work his way to get to that point. I didn't want him out there on the field where it's like, hey, he's a flash guy. No, you got to go out there and earn it. You got to earn your stripes out there, earn your keep, earn the star. And that's one thing that I felt that he needed to do going into this game, and he definitely balled out. So I give him credit for that, as well as Phil Maffa. He had minimum carries, but he had around 5 yards. Well, he had 5 carries for 18 yards and 1 touchdown. He averaged around 3.6. I could definitely see Phil Maffa as a third down back for the Cowboys, and maybe Jadon Blue as one of those as a special teams guy, but you can throw him out there as a gadget player. He has that ability. I just want them to utilize it correctly and not force it out there. So, Cowboys Nation, if you're listening to this, don't rush Jadon Blue to be the next big hope. Allow him to earn his star and to find a representation on this team. Go out there and earn it. Dak Prescott, he played in the first half. Not a good half. He was 7 for 11, 70 yards, rating around 81.6. That was it for the game. Then his backup, Joe Milton, came in the game. It was just a crapshoot for him, where he had 7 pass attempts for 73 yards, 1 interception. His rating was a 38.3. So overall, it was just kind of a dud for him. But hey, it's the last game of the season. I'm just looking to see who stepped up, who went out on a good note, and just a handful of the guys did it. I know Tyler Smith played left tackle. There's a situation going with him where he's trying to get a clarification on what position he's going to play moving forward. They paid him as an all-pro guard. That's where he should be. But right now they're leaning on him being a left tackle. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with my offensive line. I have more details at a later time. But my player of the game in this, just for the fun of it, I'll give it to Jadon Blue for this game. He really stepped up when his name was called. He definitely answered the call. And yeah, he played really well. Credit to him. Another thing with news, found out today. I thought we was going to get some news on Black Monday, but hey, it's Black Tuesday. And come to find out, Dallas Cowboys fired, I repeat, fired Matt Eberflus.
Flush flus.
I would throw the party lights, but it might mess with the visual. But yes, happy about that. But I'm also mad at the same time because this dude should have been gone before the bye week. It made no sense. We had the worst defense so far in this league this year. We gave up 511 points this season, which was the worst. And you decide to keep him all the way through the season?
I mean, he made Russell Wilson look good.
Look, he made mid quarterbacks look like all Madden pros. So it clear as day. I need somebody to come in here who can right the wrong, but also execute correctly. You know, apply pressure, allow the players to play in their respective positions, where scheme-wise, they shouldn't be confused. Scheme-wise, they shouldn't be looking to the sideline and just communicating back and forth on where they need to be, and then before you know it, the play, you're busted. So they're looking for their search of a new DC.
Well, let me jump in and ask you a question real quick. What was your opinion on Trayvon Diggs quickly going right to the Packers? You think that was always the plan?
Yeah, that was definitely the plan. After he saw his buddy go over there, he was like, man, I want to go there too. When they had that little hug action after the game on Sunday night, you could tell that it was definitely a brotherly love that was happening, where 7-11 was going to go be on the same team. I had a feeling that was going to happen then for it. And yeah, he's over there now. I care less. I'll see him next year. I'll see him next season, where on the schedule we got the Packers. So
well, he might not be on the Packers next year. I don't think he signed a multi-year deal. I think it's just a one, and let's see what happens.
He still got his contract, so
I mean, who knows?
Or so under the contract. So
yeah, I
if
don't
he
know.
plays it out, then
I mean, was he picked up in waiver wires or did he sign there?
I think they claimed him or signed him.
Yeah, that was waiver.
It was
okay.
waiver.
So yeah, then he has another year. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so
okay, never mind then.
We'll see him next season. So it is what it is with the Diggs situation. I didn't like that we had to release him for that. Honestly, it was just mind-boggling that Eberflus still had a job. but you let Diggs go. I thought that wasn't right. And you released this man on Christmas, which was upsetting. And I'm just like, all the dude wanted to do was spend time with his family. But if there's like a situation of a cold, shouldn't have been a problem. His family was already in town, like they were already there. So it was like, why not spend time with your family? But it's up and down with this one, with Diggs being released and stuff. I think they were just tired of him and they consider him a headache, which low key, they're the actual headaches. But yeah, that's how I feel Maurice on it. But back to the DC search, I'll have that at a later time on my Barbershop Talk episode. But yeah, I'm happy that Eberflus is gone. Goodbye. You're retired. Keep your health. I don't want you no more in Dallas. Pack your bags. Hit the road, Jack. I'm glad you're gone. So yeah.
All right.
Well, go ahead. I digress.
Yeah, I don't have anything. Mal?
I mean, I got nothing to add to that. I mean, I kind of saw that Eberflus was going to get fired. I mean, really bad defensive season for the Cowboys. There was no way Jerry was going to allow that to continue.
The writing was on the wall. What really was going to occur when they said that it was going to be a 10 to 12 day evaluation for this, I think I would have had a literal crash out. But I'm glad they took care of it. I'm glad they took care of it because today would have been catastrophic because I may have probably crashed out up here. But what was done this morning. Thank you, Jerry. And I'm happy that my voice mattered because we got this man out of the organization. So
I do want to note that 2 former Dallas Cowboys head coaches are on the coaching carousel right now. Obviously, we know about Mike McCarthy, but it's been reported that what's your boy's name is getting an interview with Jason Garrett is getting an interview with the Titans. Yeah.
I can tell you the reason for Mike McCarthy. I've seen him do it before. Hats off to him. Go ahead and go wherever you're going to go. But Jason Garrett, the only reason why I think I know he's doing this because we play the Titans in the upcoming season, and I know he wants to take a shot at Dallas.
Look, I don't think he's going to get the job.
I don't think he's going to get the job, but just having his name up there, anything that deals with someone being part of the Dallas Cowboys,
he's better on TV. He's better on NBC. Just keep your day job.
Jason Garrett was a god-awful offensive coordinator for me, so keep him far away from anything Giants operations.
Your head coach has popped up in rumors for my team's OC job. I don't want any part of that.
More to come. But
honestly, I don't think that's a bad idea. But
he's not great at developing young players outside of quarterbacks, and I didn't love his play calling in New York.
J-Dash?
I mean, I know he likes J-Dash, but I mean, I want other pieces besides my quarterback developed. But anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Mal hasn't had a chance to talk. Yeah, Mal.
I'm chilling. I'm chilling. No worries.
I mean, look, you got some major. I mean, look, there's a pretty big name connected to her team.
Yeah,
more to come. I'll get to it.
Yeah, we'll get to that later on. But first of all,
I'll talk about that later.
First of all, 2 weeks ago, the Giants had the number 1 pick.
Yep.
Now you have the 5th pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I was surprised. I was just like, how in the world we out?
They won. That's what happened.
But this happened last year, too. I mean...
this happened with Tommy DeVito, but, like, that was a feel-good story. This is just like a no.
Well, I don't know what you want us to do. Like, we weren't going to sit our rookie quarterback, and he wasn't going to just lay down and die. Especially not with the narrative that is surrounding him. Between the concussions and Tyler Shaw being better than him, maybe he was going to play.
No, Tyler Shaw is not better than him.
People
think that, yeah. They compare the numbers.
They had him winning Offensive Rookie of the Year higher odds.
No, Ted McMillan gets Offensive Rookie of the Year.
No, I'm not talking. I'm not talking about who's going to win it or not. Tyler Shaw's is Shaw or Shuck? I don't know. Shuck. Okay, Tyler Shuck. He had higher odds to win Offensive Rookie of the Year compared to Jackson Dart. So
that's wild.
Yeah, but no, a rookie quarterback, especially that's Dart. You're going to give him the reps. I wish they would have sat him at halftime like they did with Dak, but I get why they did it.
Do you think part of the reason why they wanted to win is so that they wouldn't have a QB controversy if they had the first overall pick?
Because... No, but I also think that we had a lot of guys out as well.
For his job.
He's not going to keep that job. He might get another job, but it ain't going to be that one.
That I had in realistically were Dart, Tyrone Tracy, Dexter Lawrence played on a limited snap count because he had some flu or something. Mm-hmm. Brian Burns and Carter. Those were the only starters. Everybody else was hurt or didn't play. So, I mean, is what it is. I'm honestly not even mad about it. Going from, we were going to be guaranteed the second overall pick if we lost to Dallas. Whatever. I mean, is what it is. The Jets can deal with that. The Jets can deal with that.
They needed a quarterback too.
Yeah, I didn't even see, unless we had the number one pick, I don't know if anybody's going to necessarily trade up for these quarterbacks that are in this class.
There's only 2 first-round pick quarterbacks, really.
And more might not even declare. So
yeah, he should. But he
should, but he might not.
One of them may or may not. So.
Right. So I'll get into the game a little bit. Nothing really too crazy to talk about. Dart had a good game. Tyrone Tracy, 2 1,000-yard seasons in a row for a 5th-round pick. Pretty solid. I'm excited to see him with Scadaboo again next year.
Yeah, and by the way, somebody was saying, draft a running back in the first round for you, like a running back in the first 2 rounds for you guys. No, you guys don't need a running back.
Yeah.
No, we have other problems, trust me.
Yeah.
That need to be addressed first. Secondary is absolutely number 1, but we'll get into that more when we get into the draft. That and wide receiver with new developments. But so... major news released by Mara and Tish. GM Joe Shane is expected to keep his job.
That was surprising.
I'm honestly not shocked. Mr. John Mara looks awful.
Did you say shucked?
Shucked.
Oh, shit.
Now that's going to be on the mind now.
I wasn't really shocked with the state that John Mara's in. He looks awful. Mike Kafka gave him the game ball. He's just in really rough shape. Still, continued prayers to the guy. I just don't think he has it in him to go through a search right now for a new GM. He trusts Shane enough. I think that in the end, I don't really care as long as we get the head coaching pick right. For right now, more to come, but I'll get into what I want to say about Shane when we get into the section of the candidates for the head coaches through the recent developments.
We're kind of just. You mean around the NFL thing?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah,
I'll save my thoughts for what I'm going to say on that now.
I'm just going to say this about Shane. During earlier in the season, you guys are like, "Oh no, he's not going to survive," and then I was like, "Well, he has had some hits," and Matt was like, "I can see where you're coming from." I want to say, yeah. It's a valid. Is would I have done it? No, but do I understand the process and is it logical? Yes.
I think that there's still a lot of uncertainty surrounding the subject, and I'll tell you why in a minute.
Okay.
So, but that was the biggest news that came out of the Giants this week. Now, we obviously did not have a Black Monday. We fired everybody mid-season. Mike Kafka will not be back, so that means we'll be on the hunt for a brand new staff, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, head coach. We're the only team in the division that needs a head coach right now. Right now, you never know, but for right now. Game-wise, I don't really have much to say. Giants being able to pick number 5 is pretty good based on the last 2 weeks of wins. Thank you, Lucas, for beating Philly because that really helped also. Because I don't know, I think you guys would have had a spot or 2 higher than us.
We could have gotten 5th. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got that. So I'm happy with that. 7 still wouldn't have been awful, but
look, if you should be able to get a game-changing player in the top 10, regardless of where you are in the 10. So it doesn't really matter. And I'll get into it, like I said, later on, but I'm totally okay with getting secondary help or a wide receiver with that top 5 pick. As long as you're not looking for a quarterback, it doesn't matter if you don't have the top pick or not.
True.
Yeah, it would have been nice to get the assets if somebody did want to trade up for a quarterback, but I really think that was only going to be realistic if we were number 1. But that's really all I have to say about the Giants for now. I'll get more into my thoughts when we move to the around the NFL section. So you guys can take it away.
So for the Cowboys, player of the game was Clowney?
No, Blue.
Blue? I agree with that. Who's your player of the game, Al?
I'll give it to Tyrone Tracy for his nice 1,000-yard season. He deserves it. Stepped up big.
How many reception yards did he have this year?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Can you look that up and get back to me? Because I'm curious.
Yeah.
He's a dual threat. He's a pass catcher too. So
not to talk about what we're going to talk about in off season, but the Commanders are going to need a running back because you're the only team that don't have a 1,000-yard rusher.
Okay. Counterpoint. Our offense, despite firing our offensive coordinator, we were one of the top rushing league teams in the league, despite not having a 1,000-yard rusher. Now, I will say, I would like to have a scat back. I would like to get a scat back, and actually, that's part of one. No, we don't.
Isn't Rodriguez one?
No, Rodriguez is a goal line back. He's a bruiser.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
What about McNichols?
Yeah. McNichols is 30 and a free agent. No way.
Well,
that's something you can get in the middle of the draft.
Well, let me say this. I want to say this. Rashad White, running back for Tampa Bay, has nothing on his Twitter regarding Tampa Bay. Just says NFL running back. Has a picture of him and Jaden Daniels back in college because he was his running back at Arizona State. He is a dual threat. He is a third down back that can be a pass catching back. He's only 27.
Scat back.
I think he can be that. Yeah, for us. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I think he can take over that Austin Eckler.
Interesting.
Role.
Does he run into light poles for fun?
I don't get the reference, but
that's what Cam Scadaboo said he did when he was little. He used to run into light poles. For fun.
Not everybody can be as cool as Cam Scadaboo. Let's be clear.
He's just nuts.
For Cocoa Puffs.
He's just crazy.
If you saw last week's Hard Knocks, he gave his offensive players a huge bottle of wine.
He did.
Goodness.
Yeah, he did.
That sucker was huge. I'm like, whoa.
I know. I was like, dang, this guy's turning up.
I need to catch up on Hard Knocks. Anyway, so White. I think he's almost a lock. Just the relationship with Jaden, the need for pass catching pass catching running back. I think it's an ideal fit. He's still in his prime. They've moved on from him and Tampa Bay because they have what's his name?
Bucky Irving.
Yeah, Bucky Irving. So is him and DC seems like a good fit.
Yeah.
And him and JCM can split reps, and that's fine with me. And Z-Rod can be our goal line back, and I'm all good for that.
So before we move on, and I'll put the Giants to rest for a bit here. I correct myself. Tyrone Tracy had over 1,000 yards from scrimmage. He had 750 rushing yards, 288 receiving.
That's still pretty good. Yeah, he's. And they had to use him a lot more as a and to be fair, they had to use him a lot more for rushing yards than they would like to. I would imagine.
With Scadaboo breaking his ankle. Yeah.
So anyway, Commanders game. Winners go first. I guess I could go for. No, I'm not going to do that. You can go first this time. You're the only team that's actually in the playoffs, so you get to go first.
Yeah, I really don't have much to talk about here. The Eagles lose this game. What was it? 24-17.
Something like that. Yeah.
We didn't play a lot of our starters specifically on offense.
You only played what's his face until he got 1,000 yards.
Devonta Smith.
Yeah, he got like 3 or 4 catches, and they took him out of the game.
Yeah, 3 catches, 52 yards.
Apparently, they was more focused on that and rushing their players than trying to go for the number 2 seed, which they had in hand because the Lions did us a favor and beat the Chicago Bears. And Nick Sirianni made the decision earlier last week that a lot of his guys was going to rest going into the playoffs. He didn't care about the seeding.
Mm-hmm.
I, as a fan, care about the seeding. Last year, they won a Super Bowl with the number 2 seed, which means they had 2 home games. This season, they'll probably have to go on the road in week 2 if they win the first game. Not putting that passes.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't agree with that decision. I wanted to go for that number 2 seed, but he's the head coach for a reason, and they falter, it's on him. So with that said, this game, outside of a couple defensive linemen, Jelix Hunt, Jordan Davis got some snaps. Outside of those guys, we pretty much didn't have a lot of starters playing, specifically in our secondary which
yeah,
awful.
yeah.
Yo,
oh my gosh, the amount of penalties you guys had. What, like how many yards in penalties?
It was like 140. I want to say just off pass interference.
I'm gonna pull that up. Give me a second
just
here.
Off pass interference, I think they had like 140 yards.
Penalties, yes, 9 penalties for 123 yards.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
I'm looking at that right now.
I'm telling myself while watching this game, I'm like, why doesn't Josh Johnson just throw the ball down the field every play? Because they was holding them. It was holding. Now,
well, there's a reason why our OC isn't there anymore, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. Mm-hmm. But keep in mind, they had McLaurin, they had Debo playing, they had pretty much all their starters playing against our backups.
Everybody that was healthy played. There was nobody that wasn't healthy that did not play. So
I mean, he could do the ball down the field to McLaurin every play, and either Jacorian Bennett or Keely Ringo, who made another boneheaded play in this game, just held every play. They just hold it.
Man, your fans were trolling Ringo after the game. Your fans were trolling him on social media after the game. I was just
we gave him a good Philly greeting after that one. Speaking of Keely Ringo, Josh Johnson, he's like 39 years old.
Yeah,
and he was running like Michael Vick. Huh?
He was long too.
Yeah, he run down the field like he was Michael Vick. Prime Atlanta Falcons Michael Vick.
To be fair, he barely plays, so like he is healthy enough to do that, I'm sure.
So he just ran.
Not the same wear and tear as most 39-year-olds.
The last touchdown the Commanders had, it was basically a rollout, and Keely Ringo had him in his sights at the goal line. But for some brain dead reason,
he pump faked him. He just went
do a
he just did like a half shoulder pump fake, and he just turns and looks,
and then goes to the receiver in the back of the end zone, and Josh Johnson just runs in for the touchdown.
He runs in. He's like, "I'm a Mario." Woo-hoo.
It was so bad that even the commentator had to highlight it. I mean, come on, man! Like, I mean, at the end of the day, is it the most terrible loss? No, because we were playing our backups. We were using our backups. It is what it is. This was a scheduled loss at this point by Nick Sirianni. I hope it doesn't backfire, like I said, because if it does, it's going to come down on him. But with that said, though, we're going into the playoffs. Apparently, I will be the only one having a preview matchup this week. So
that makes my life easier.
Yeah, a little bit easier. So I will be talking about our matchup against the San Francisco 49ers Sunday, 4 p.m. at the Link. Wild card round. I'm confident my team will win. I'll say that. I'll leave it at that. But this game, it was the still divisional matchup. We lost. It is what it is at this point. I can't even really get mad at it. GG's, Lucas.
GG's.
And,
look,
that's it for me.
Yeah,
play the game. Play the game.
Yeah,
Jalix
Hunt.
Jalix Hunt. Yeah.
Gosh, I didn't realize that he used to play DB before he played edge. You got a special hybrid there, really.
Yeah,
edge that can drop in coverage like that on the flats. That's pretty special. Most edges cannot do that. That being said, good GG's, good game. Look, I don't think there's really much to brag about beating, teams second and third stringers when we were, besides our starting, offensively, we were mainly just missing our quarterback at this point. I mean, technically we've been missing Austin Eckler since week 2, but I don't really count that. Yeah, no, look, and Zach Ertz obviously, but like, I just, that's a problem. That's a big problem, and that's why I think that's part of the reason. Look, I get that, and I'll talk about more about Cliff in a solo episode coming up, I'm sure, but I just want to say this. Cliff does some things really, really good, but there are flaws in his system that eventually get exposed. We saw it with Arizona, and we saw it this year too. It's pretty easy to read whenever he does like a screenplay or, the fact that unless it's a veteran quarterback, he's not going to play anybody under center. But when it does, the running game actually does. You need to highlight guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you have a terrible defense, you want to run the ball as much as possible, correct?
Yeah.
Instead of playing no huddle offense half the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Glad the balance, right? If you don't have, but and Dan Quinn talks about complementary football. Well, the system that he runs isn't complementary to the needs of the defense. The needs of the defense is for them to stay off the field as much as possible. You want to run the ball down the other team's throat as much as possible. So, look, Cliff is a good offensive mind. I think there are flaws within his system. I look, and to be fair, both Jaden and his mom, along with us, a couple other people, were, championing Cliff to come back. I don't know if that was necessarily the right move or not. That's not. I don't get paid for that, but I do. We don't get paid at all. But no. At the end of the day, look. But you guys could help us by getting our subscribers high enough and sharing this episode enough to help us make sure that we can monetize eventually. Okay, back to the main paid, the unpaid programming here.
But keep in mind though, they parted ways. He wasn't fired.
It was a mutual parting of ways. I think Cliff has opportunities to become a head coach again. I think that he's done enough. I think hot take. I think he's going to go to Tennessee. I think him and Tennessee.
I thought you were going to say the Giants.
No. There's somebody else that I think is going to go to the Giants now, but we'll talk about him soon enough.
Yeah.
He should go back to college.
Yeah, no. I was kind of hoping, honestly, that I'll talk about it more later, but I was kind of hoping that Mike McDaniel would have been fired, but that's not the case because I really wanted him as OC. But it looks like he's staying. Look, at the end of the day, we knew Joe Witt Jr. was gone. That's not surprising. That was just waiting until the end of the season. But it's actually, I said during the season that I would give Dan Quinn 2 or 3 seasons. But the fact is that a coach that's about to get on the hot seat always fires both of his coordinators before he, last his effort to fix things. And if Dan Quinn already feels like he's at this spot in year 2 after having such a successful season, if things don't turn around quickly, which I don't think is fair to him, but, because the defense is almost, I don't think Earl's defense has more talent on his team, but our defense, had the quote unquote better numbers. I don't know if that's even relatively true, to be honest.
And you got the money too.
Yeah. JT, what is it?
Dallas was 32 on defense. Y'all were 31.
Yeah,
Ooh.
So look, they have more talent than we do. We have to fill more holes than they do, honestly. So yours was coaching, ours was more talent based, I think, honestly, because the defense didn't improve all that much under Dan Quinn.
Glad Bruce is gone.
But look, at the end of the day, I would have been okay if Cliff stayed, but I understand why he left. He had opportunities, and there was Diana Rossini of The Athletic. Reported prior to the game, I believe, that there was, rumblings that Adam Peters and Cliff Kingsbury was not getting along, which is the opposite from what we saw in all footage prior to this. Axing, Cliff basically making the first round pick, for Josh Connerly and asking about Ben Sinnott in the first draft that he was there for. So, but it seems to be, look, I don't think most of the young guys were getting a fair shot that Adam Peters was hoping that they would get, especially guys like Ben Sinnott and maybe Luke McCaffrey to an extent. So I can see it. But the thing is, you got rid of a guy that most of the offensive players, especially the quarterbacks, like. So you have to hit on this new hire. Because if it doesn't hit right away, and I already know, I hear the rumors about, what about Brian Daboll? No. I'm going to say no on that. I'll explain more on my next episode of DC Football 101, but the answer is no. Look, at the end of the day, it's a reset. Quinn, I get the players like Quinn, but if you can't get this right quick, and I think part of that was on the players, and health, but if you don't get it quite right quick, Quinn might be on the hot seat sooner than I expected would be. Yeah. What's up, Maurice?
He has 1 year.
I think he has 1 year. Yeah. I hate to say it, but I think your guys are right. I think he has next year to prove it. And if he can't, because if you're not at least competing for playoffs.
Down this year, it's high implications going into the third year.
I think you have to at least be in the wild card chase. I don't think you have to make the playoffs, but if you're in the wild card chase,
playoffs.
You think you have to make the playoffs?
Yeah, I think so. In the championship game.
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
Everybody popped out of the sewers when they realized they were in the championship game.
Wow.
And I'm not even trying to joke here. I'm legitimately serious on this.
Mm-hmm. Well, anyway,
out of nowhere, they came up out of the shadows, and after this, they're right back into the shadows. Y'all are gonna have to make the postseason to get everybody out of the shadows.
You might be right. You might be right. Look, at the end of the day, we'll see. I think there's a lot of roster turnover. I'll actually, not this next episode of DC Football 101, but the one after that, I'm going to have I'm making my off-season guide. It's a 3-page Google document right now. I'm taking a page out of JT's book right now, talking about free agency, draft, all that stuff. Our current free agents. Sporadic, by the way. Great website to use to know who's going to be a free agent, who's not. Just saying. Yeah,
about maybe the top 50 free agents. I'm close to 100.
So, I think I got maybe 7 or 8 free agents that I'm we absolutely need to get these guys, and that's that.
I feel that. I feel that.
Guys, you guys got the money.
Yeah, look, I mean, there's at least two or three big names on there. So we'll see. Look, we'll see what happens. But
play the game.
Player of the game for the Commanders. Ooh, that's a tough one.
Quarterback.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'll give it to the journeyman.
Primetime Michael Vick, as
well, no, I can't. He had 2 turnovers. He had 2 turnovers in this game, guys. I don't know if 2 turnovers, 2 touchdowns. I don't know. That's a tough one. I heard a stat
that he threw. It was his first touchdown pass
since 2018. No, it's his first win since 2018.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and guess who he was playing for during that win?
The Cowboys?
The Commanders.
Oh.
But the Redskins back then. Yeah, he hadn't won a game since last time he was on the Commanders. That's crazy.
Back full circle.
Bless his heart.
He's been on 18 NFL teams.
You know what? No, I'm going to give it to Bobby Wagner. You know what? Shout out to Bobby Wagner. I'm sorry I didn't do this earlier. 3rd player in NFL history to get over 2,000 tackles.
Yeah.
Joining Ray Lewis and Redskins legend London Fletcher. So he hears. Yeah, goes to Bobby Wagner. Now I need you to retire so you don't take up any more roster spots. Okay.
Jeez.
Love you, but I don't need.
Cold.
No. I love what he does. I love what he's done for the team, but we know that he's starting to slip. He's going to be another year older, and if Dan Quinn has his way, he's going to be right back starting again, and that should not be the case.
No, he should. You know what? You know what? He can come back as a linebackers coach.
Yeah, he can come. Well, yeah, because you already got Ryan Kerrigan as an assistant coach for the edges. So,
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So anyway, Bobby Wagner, you get the player of the game. That being said, I'm done. Let's go to the more interesting news around the NFL.
Around the NFL, let's take a trip, y'all. First of all, we'll start on a good note. Myles Garrett, new sack record.
Oh yeah.
23 sacks. Good for him.
Stuff.
And you got the sack record and a new head coach coming in, so good for you.
Yes, Stefanski was one of the first coaches fired.
And
I don't know. That's a tough one because he's one of the most successful coaches.
He coached them up though.
Yeah, I was about to say comparatively to almost every other coach that the Browns have had since 2000 or since they came back, he's actually one of the best. Which is crazy
because they were still bad.
I mean, he had 2 seasons that he got to the playoffs, right? He had 2 seasons, and he had
2 seasons. It was 1.
Yeah, it was 2. No, 2.
Yeah, it was 2.
Yeah, he got one with Joe Flacco, and then Baker, Joe and Baker.
Okay. I remember the Baker one.
Yeah, Joe Flacco took over midseason for Watson, who, by the way, is supposed to be back in the mix after this season. We'll see about that.
We'll see about that one.
We'll see about that. I feel bad for Shedeur. He's just in a crap show there. That's for sure. Yeah.
All right. So we can talk about the week. Well, it was a lot of good games week 18 last week. It was a lot of good ones.
I don't want to talk about the Steelers.
The main event was
talk about the Steelers.
The main event was the Steelers Ravens. It was for the division, a playoff spot. It came down to a kicker, as usual. Shout out to Tyler Loop. I mean, he was.
You need to give a shout out to the preacher in the pregame.
Oh, throwing the holy water?
On the holy water. That's where Luke missed the field goal.
I mean, Tyler Luke, he was replacing a great kicker. And, man, tough situation for him. I think he'll bounce back.
For sure. He's young. I feel bad for him, but he'll be all right.
Yeah. Now, how did Kyle take it?
He was okay. I think he was more under the impression they weren't going to go very far anyway. So
not with the limited Lamar Jackson this year. Yeah, no, he's too injured this year.
Lamar Jackson, and we'll go right into it. This is a segue, but basically the Steelers beating the Ravens led to a lot after that, and it's a shame because John Harbaugh's had 3 seasons where players have sold him out, basically.
On poor execution. Yeah.
It was Zay Flowers. Then it was Mark Andrews. And it was Tyler Luke. Yep. So, with that said, John Harbaugh, unexpectedly, though. I don't think most people thought he was going to get fired.
No, Ravens fans wanted it, but I don't think he deserved it. I don't.
After 18 seasons?
I think, if you can make it past 15, you decide when you leave, not get forced out. That's the way I see it.
True.
Longevity.
If the longevity matters, okay?
Look, if the Ravens would have won the game, Tomlin probably would have been fired.
Yeah.
So it was like,
that might still happen if they lose bad. He still might be. So that's the other thing. Like, if we're all teams hiring head coaches like the Giants, I'd wait until after the first or second round of the playoffs to see if there's a few more coaches that lose their jobs because they didn't get far. Like Tomlin. No, I think Tomlin can still Tomlin. You can already tell us who you want. We all know it.
Not Tomlin.
No.
So let's get into it now. Do you want John Harbaugh as the next coach of the New York Giants?
I would love John Harbaugh as the next coach of the New York Giants.
I think it's a great fit.
Yeah, I think one thing that we've done over the past few years is we've tried, the shiny new coordinator, head coach hire. It hasn't worked. Get a guy in here who knows how to win, who knows how to build a culture. A lot of the whispers out of the locker room were that there was no accountability this year for any of the players. Abdul Carter was taking naps, snoozing in meetings as a rookie. We got to change it. I also, which I was alluding to when I was talking before, John Harbaugh is the type of coach that has the ability to come in and request a GM change, and they will honor it. They would.
They would, yeah.
So that's why I'm saying if Harbaugh is hired to the Giants, I give it a more to come on Shane actually remaining GM, depending on if Harbaugh wants to work with him.
Well, I think part of it is, too, that I wouldn't say that it's going to happen this offseason, but I could see them moving on to Harbaugh's request after next season. I don't think it would happen because because of Mara's cancer stuff, Shane's going to be making the hire. He's not going to hire somebody that's going to request to get rid of him right away.
That's a good point.
You never know.
I mean, look, I don't think he's the best GM, but I don't think he's that incompetent.
No, he's not. I'm not saying that he's incompetent.
You hire your
basically. Could you imagine you hire somebody and they're like, actually, you're gonna go.
Yeah, that's
actually why that happened in the NBA a while back. Remember Maurice with the Clippers? Doc Rivers was the president and GM as well as the coach, and then he hired Lawrence Frank to take over the basketball operations portion of it. Yeah. And then Lawrence Frank ended up firing him a few years later.
Yep.
Yeah. So it can happen. Just usually takes a little bit of time for that to happen.
It needs organization to make it happen.
It's the Clippers. So, yeah. Sorry.
I didn't want to leave this side note. This is for DK Metcalf. I hope you gave praises and apologized tenfold for you missing the games because of your actions. Steelers would have been out the postseason.
Yeah.
By the way, I want to note something else real quick. First off, I hate the Steelers more than I hate any of y'all's team. I hate them with a deep, dark passion that burns with the intensity of 1,000 suns. Okay.
I got that false.
And there you go.
No. You know why. That being said, Honestly, until the John Harbaugh thing, I thought you guys would be like the primary landing spot for Stefanski, to be honest.
Which I'd be cool with too.
I mean, yeah, I think you guys have an option there. I do want to note something about the Harbaugh thing. Adam Schefter reported that 7 teams called about his availability within 45 minutes. Now, I should note that only 7 teams, including the Ravens,
I have a question.
Are the only ones with head coaching vacancies. That means one team that already has a head coach inquired about him.
I have a question.
From the rumors, it was Tampa.
I can see that.
Maurice, would you fire Sirianni for Harbaugh?
Ooh.
It depends on the outcome of this playoff run.
Okay, so more to come.
See, but you just won a Super Bowl with him last year.
Now, okay,
you know how Philly is.
Hold on. Let me answer the question.
You just won a Super Bowl with him last year.
Let me actually answer the question. If we lose this weekend, I could see it happening, and I wouldn't hate it.
Wow,
I wouldn't hate it.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and throw my team in the hat.
That is some good content there. Okay,
so you fire Shoddy for Harbaugh?
Oh no, I would just bump Shoddy to OC. And then just have
Harbaugh
just kind of,
Oh, wow. I thought I was dirty. Oh, man.
Oh, it's not me. Look, I'm not dirty backing. No, that's not me. I wouldn't
Lucas, would you fire Dan Quinn for Harbaugh?
Ooh.
You know you would.
Yeah, I would. I would.
Kick him to the curb.
Kick him to the curb.
He can be the DC if he wants. He can stay on as DC. I'm okay with that.
In his play calling mode, I don't think he's fully understood the head coaching. That's why I want to give him a chance. But if it doesn't flip to what I think it is, and there's an opportunity that you can get John Harbaugh, I would take Harbaugh because of how he commands his team. They really need something like that. And who knows? I don't even know.
He's
if
one of
Jerry sees okay, there's something going on, and he's trusting Shoddy, I could just see it. There's people saying yo, you could bring Pete Carroll on, but then I'm just I don't want Pete. I understand he worked with Shoddy, but if you really want to try to send a message, throw Harbaugh's name into the mix.
You know what? So real quick, I actually think Harbaugh fits the Cowboys because one reason. I think he has enough cachet that he won't back down to Jerry Jones.
But Jerry would never hire somebody that has that level of cachet. He won't do it again, not after a Parcells.
If he wants a Super Bowl before he
wants one, but not that bad. Not that bad to where he compromises who he was. Because if he would have done...
Stephen Jones and Will McClay got some cool. So
we'll see. I do. So I want to go over the coaching stops real quick. Arizona. Wasn't surprised about that one, honestly.
No.
It looks like they're going for defensive guys. From what I've seen today, they've only been inquiring about defensive coaches. I don't know if Kyler Murray stays there or not. Arizona's a wild card here. Yeah. I was a little surprised about Atlanta. I was a little surprised because
Raheem Morris is one of the first ones fired.
Yeah, not only that, so they made a new position that they're going to hire Matt Ryan to. That seems weird.
Speaking of that, Philip Rivers is interviewing for a head coaching position.
Good for him. He deserves it.
Maybe he's a quarterback right now.
No, he does not deserve it.
I think he deserves it.
A quarterback coach, maybe. Offensive coordinator, maybe.
Definitely offensive coordinator.
No, I don't want Philip Rivers as a coach on any team.
But you would want to have.
You'd rather have Kevin Petula than Philip Rivers as your offensive coordinator. Maurice, would you rather have Kevin Petula or Philip Rivers as your OC?
Neither.
That's close.
Neither.
That's close. I might have to go Philip Rivers to see is he actually a quarterback.
Yeah, let's go. I would love that. I wouldn't hate Philip Rivers as my OC. There are worse options with guys that have zero coach. And to be fair, he coaches high school. I know that's not the same, obviously, but he has some level of coaching experience. But that's fair.
Look, I'll tell you what, if Philip Rivers get a head coaching job, I'm scared
Mm-hmm.
because I can see Jerry going getting Jason Witten from the high school coaching.
Oh, he's been waiting on Jason Witten forever. That's the thing. He's been waiting.
Man, I need to cut the cord while it's there. Like,
I'm
I'm
so
not trying
glad
to.
you said that because I was thinking the same thing, that Jerry would pull one of the old Cowboys and be like, "Yo, you want to come head coach?"
NFL teams looking for a head coach.
He could do Romo as well. He could do Romo.
This.
Oh, and shout out to your legend, your legend for helping the Dolphins out. That's nice of him. That's nice.
Oh, Troy Aikman?
Yeah, Troy Aikman. Yeah, he's helping out the Dolphins with their GM and coach.
Yeah. I would take Troy over.
I'm gonna say this right here. I'm gonna say this real quick. If Phillip Rivers gets a head coaching job, I don't want to hear no one talk about Deion Sanders not getting an NFL coaching job.
Yeah.
So, by the way, hot take: what if the Browns hire Deion?
That's not happening.
I could see it.
The coach's son.
His son is there.
Hey, it's possible.
Look,
it's possible. By the way, I found a reel explaining why Stefanski might hate why he's giving Shador such a hard time, because his dad played baseball. Kevin's grandfather was a reporter for baseball, and Deion apparently poured water all over him in the middle of the locker room or something along those lines.
This is a grudge.
Yeah.
Tom. Okay. What's his name? McCarver?
I think so. Yeah.
I didn't know
something along those lines. I can't remember the exact story, but I remember seeing it. I'm surprised I didn't share it with you guys. So anyway, getting back to it. So Atlanta's actually a really interesting team. I would think, Harbaugh might consider them as well, because they do have a lot of young talent there.
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore, honestly, I don't know if I do this. Who better can you get right now? Who's better? The only person Stefanski could be. I think Stefanski could be there.
Look, I think a dangerous combo, and hopefully this don't happen. I can see Brian Flores taking over the Ravens job.
Yeah.
I think he's going to stay in Minnesota, but yeah, that would be cool if he did. That would be cool.
If you look at his last presser, it was almost like a farewell.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen to it,
it could be. I
think Brian Dable's in play for the Ravens.
I hope not.
You think so for head coach?
Well, I think he has the right quarterback. The Ravens
might do okay.
The
he could be their OC. I could see that.
The Ravens aren't like that bad. They still have a lot of
talent.
No,
they're not.
That's why I'm kind of surprised about the change made.
They're the best spot to land, honestly.
Yeah, everything's good to go.
So anyway, Cleveland, besides prime time taking over that job, which I would love. I feel like that's a first time head coach position available there.
Start new.
Yeah, start new. Las Vegas could be interesting too. I don't know. That's kind of tricky. Vegas is kind of toxic.
They got the number one pick.
They do have the number one pick. Yeah. I mean, yeah, but to be fair, Pete Carroll was not the right hire to make in the first place. Let's be clear. He was just too old at that point.
There was a report going around that there was a lot of nepotism with Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
He was bringing in his kids for coaching positions and stuff.
Yeah. And
that's about right.
And then Tennessee could be interesting because, that's why I think Cliff is going to go to Tennessee. I think Cliff in Tennessee makes a lot of sense for that type of quarterback. We'll see, though. Young quarterback that he can develop. I don't know. But anyway, let's go ahead and finish up the pod. We spent longer on that than I thought we would, but that's okay. Let's go ahead to JT's favorite portion.
Oh, boy. All right. It's time for Who's That Football Player? On a Tuesday. This player played with the New York Giants back in the 1985 season. This player had 5 receptions for 71 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 kick return for 21 yards, career awards, all-rookie team, and a Super Bowl champion. Maurice as well as myself.
No, Mal doesn't know who this is.
I didn't know this one.
Okay. Mal, Maurice as well as myself. Who's that football player?
I have no idea. This is an obscure person with 5 catches.
To be fair,
5.
No, I'm not going to give you guys any hints. That's going to help JT. I can't do that.
John Hasselbeck.
Maurice.
Any relation to the quarterbacks?
Not giving a hint.
I don't know. I'll go with Mal.
JT?
Man, Madden 10 would be proud. Yeah, it's Don Hasselback.
It is Don Hasselback. Yeah.
I didn't know.
We all got it right.
We did. Good job, Maurice.
Now, it's going to get a lot harder because JT is going to be taking over Who's That Football Player, picking the players and everything.
No.
That what just happened was the equivalent of me cheating on someone else's test.
Oh, don't worry. No cheats. Moving forward. Everybody
be gentle with us, JT. Remember, this is for the fans too, not just to stump us.
True.
Oh no, I got you. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna take good care of it. Just make sure you take notes. It's gonna be on the test.
Oh God, okay.
Here we go.
All right. And then Mal, we got 2 poll questions, Giants and a Commanders. Technically there's 2 Commanders one, but you can ignore the first one from today because that got answered pretty literally as soon as I got done sharing it on all the socials.
Okay. So I only have
there's
2
a Giants
Commanders ones. I don't see the Giants one.
Oh, you know what? Hang on. You need to go to the replies.
I got it.
There you go.
Okay. Well, the one for the Commanders doesn't have one.
Oh, no, it's a comment below.
Yeah, we don't have any comments.
Oh, well, that's disappointing. Shame on you fans.
Yeah, come on, y'all, get involved.
Yeah, come on.
So we can answer it if we want to do that.
Yeah.
Was keeping Joe Shane the right call for the New York Giants? Yes or no? Most said no.
Yeah.
Which is not shocking.
Mm-hmm.
And who should the Washington Commanders hire to replace Cliff Kingsbury?
Stefanski.
He's not going to be an OC. He's going to get a head coaching job.
Yeah, I know.
We need an OC and a
if
DC.
Y'all got Stefanski, y'all definitely be running the football.
Yeah, he would.
Well, I think Raheem Morris is in the running for DC right now.
That's not a bad hire though.
What is it, JT?
No, he's one of my DC.
Oh, good pick too.
Yeah,
honestly, I haven't given much thought to OC, to be honest with you, because I didn't think it was going to happen. I don't really have a great answer right now. No, I do. The Kubiak, that's the OC in San Francisco, the one that doesn't call plays. He's the OC in San Francisco. I want him.
If you say so.
Shanahan guy. You got to always go for Shanahan or McVay guy on offense. That's the best way to go.
That's why I'm looking for a defensive coordinator to shut the Shanahan tree down.
Mm-hmm. Good luck with that. In the meantime,
try and steal Salah.
No, I'm good.
Actually, Salah's interviewing for the Cardinals job.
Yeah, he is interviewing. Yeah, I could see that.
He could get another shot. The Jets.
Yeah, I could.
The Jets are going to jet. So.
Yeah.
Jet to Holiday.
Oh, and then there's the OC of the Rams. He used to be the OC of the Jets. He's also LaFleur. He's a LaFleur. I wouldn't mind him for the Commanders OC either. Anyway, any thoughts on for you guys, or is that do you guys have any thoughts of who could be the OC?
I'm gonna wait and see based on who my head coach is.
No, I mean for my team, not for your.
Oh,
team.
for your. I thought you meant like our team.
Now, Lucas, if it was true that Dable became your OC,
I don't think it's a bad idea.
I don't think it would be bad.
Yeah, I don't think.
Mal, how did you feel about Dable's play calling this year?
I mean, a lot of things came down with Dable was coaching for his job.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's kind of like, you're always coaching for your job, but he was really coaching for his job. He was on that hot seat, heavy to the fact that he ran into that blue medical tent during that Philly game and it was going to throw Jackson Dart out there with a concussion to save his job. So I can't really gauge how this year
that doesn't make me feel
went.
better about the injury-prone Jaden Dan. Oh no, he had a bad injury season, but I don't want to.
I don't think necessarily.
Injury-prone.
Yeah,
not injury-prone yet.
I also think that Dable is really good at identifying quarterback talent and developing quarterback talent, so he'd be really good for Jaden Daniels.
The rest of the offensive talent because he hasn't done anything. He didn't
do
do anything with your wide receivers.
Well,
outside
my wide receivers are horrible. Besides Neighbors, and he's been hurt the year.
Wandell had 1,000-yard season.
Yeah, he was okay.
He had no choice. We had no other targets. We had no other targets. So
yeah, throw it to somebody.
Yeah, somebody. And it wasn't going to be Jalen Hyatt, so.
Yeah, that was my example. I was like, he never developed Jalen Hyatt, so. Terry's there. I mean, look, they could be. I don't know. I guess there are worse options. I have to do more research on him as a play caller. That's my thing.
He did well in Buffalo, so.
You have Josh Allen. It's hard not to do well in Buffalo with Josh Allen.
Yeah, but a lot of episodes coming up to talk about this.
Dable really worked with him. Turnover machine.
Yeah.
He was a turnover machine. Mm-hmm. It was brutal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway,
trivia.
Trivia. I think there was 2 trivia questions this week.
Oh my god, I'm not going to know either of them. You want to bet?
No, you might. I don't think I made them especially. It was a 1 or 2. Hang on, I got to pull it up.
I thought it was just a Cowboys one.
Yeah, it's just a Cowboys one. Okay. All right. Tony Romo and Dak Prescott shared 9 of the 10 top passing touchdown seasons in Dallas Cowboy history. Who was the other with 29 passing TDs in a single season?
Oh.
There's only like 3 options you can go with. It's Troy Aikman,
Starbuck.
And who's the one before him? Danny White. The obvious one is Troy Aikman, but I'm not going to go Troy Aikman.
I'm stuck between 2.
I'm stuck too. Like, I was really thinking this one for sure.
I don't even think this is that hard, but okay.
I mean, it's not. But there's 3 top options.
Okay.
You got a 1 in 3 chance of getting this right.
I'm going to go Roger Staubach.
Oh, so you saying 1 of the 3 was right?
Maybe you are. I don't know.
I'm saying Staubach.
You say Staubach? Okay.
I caught you.
Is it Roger?
You say Roger JT? Okay, Maurice, who do you say?
No, you said Staubach?
Yeah.
I'll go Danny White.
Maurice, this is for you. Yes. Good job.
So you had a 1 in 3.
There's no ding here, but yeah, no, it was Danny White. He was 9th with 29.
Wait
Roger.
I got it right over JT?
Yes, you did. Congratulations.
You get to wear the belt.
A gold star.
Where's my belt?
Where's the belt?
Boy, I can't wait for who's that football player next week.
Oh gosh! Now you've done screwed us over.
Because it was Giants, so it's Washington.
Oh, why would you do, Maurice? Why would you do that to me? You're gonna make me look bad now.
All right,
you're gonna make me look bad now because I'm not gonna know it. No.
Hey, make sure to send me a list of the guys we already did.
Yeah, I'll get to that.
I'm gonna have fun with this. I'm so glad I get this. Yes.
All right, guys. Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up.
All right. I think it's me this week, so I'll close us out here. First order of business, Maurice's team will be the only team repping the NFC East in the playoffs this year. So good luck on your matchup against the 49ers. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's where you can view the preview, Philly Cooking with Maurice. He'll kind of go over that this week for Sunday's matchup. So good luck, Maurice.
Wish me luck, guys. Wish me luck.
No, because we have to buy you stuff depending on how well your team does. So I don't want to do that this year.
Okay.
Why would we stop?
It's a tradition. Maybe one day I'll get something.
Tradition. Y'all don't know about Fiddler on the Roof, though.
All right.
Maybe JT does because he was a theater major, but that's not the point.
All right, guys. Well, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel at 14 Rings and NFC East Podcast. That's where we'll have all of our individual episodes this off season. So make sure you subscribe to us there. Make sure you follow us on all of our socials at 14 Rings and NFC East Podcast, Instagram, X, Threads, TikTok as well. And make sure you subscribe. Oh, and Facebook. Yeah, we got it all, guys. We got it all. 14 Rings and NFC East Podcast. That's also on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Amazon and Apple Music. You guys have a great night. Go Big Blue.
Raise hail.
Go Birds.
Peace, life, blessing, much love.